Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your financial market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening, as we're now here on Wednesday, the 27th of November, 2024, about 5:40 p.m. Central Time. I want to wish one and all happy Thanksgiving. Eat, drink, don't argue with the family. You know that this holiday, Christmas, family blow-ups. I mean, everybody always talks how wonderful they are. The reality is there's more family fights at this level of everything than any other holiday I know. Easter is easy. Passover is easy. These coming up are where that happens. So don't do that. Don't fall into that trap. Also, don't fall into the trap now of trying to second guess what the markets will do. You're going to get whipsawed likely. I looked at what happened in the stock indices today on that decline, especially in the NASDAQ. I think it was more noise than anything else, but you don't want to fight it now. Today proved enough. Let the B and C League traders step in. You're an A League trader, I hope. Sunday night, you start coming back into the market. The gold is still, in my opinion, a problem. The dollar fell 90 points today. 90 points. I mean, that's a big drop by any stretch of the imagination. Not too much going on except in coffee and the soft commodities, and that's a weather play. It's been going on. I've been showing this to traders in my morning subscriber video as to what it's doing, and I love to watch coffee. I hate trading it. I mean, if you get right, it's wonderful, but on average, your daily risk is about $2,000, and people laugh at me when I say that. I said, you don't understand. You've not traded coffee. Bonds and notes, noise tonight. That's the way to look at it. Just drifting here. We had the PCE report, right? And if you looked at that, there was more income, less spending. I know they're moderate amounts, but that's what it showed. Inflation doing this, sticky as can be. I watched what the CME Group's FedWatch page did. And going into the PCE, you were at a 59.4% probability of a rate cut of 25 basis points. And after the report, it finished at near 70. So the traders are still betting that's it. I think that they don't understand that this coming week is where the big bets will come in. You have the JOLTS report for job offerings. You have ADP Challenger Group, and then you finish off the week with the U.S. jobs report. Show me what those look like, and then I can start making a more educated guess on what the Fed will or won't do. That's how I'm going to at least approach the market. When we take a look at the S&P, on average from Thanksgiving until the end of the year, you go up on average about 1.8%. So the odds favor the market going up. For this month, you just take a look. On a weekly basis, you're up 0.55. But if the market were to close right now, this market's up, what, 4.5%, 5% or so. When we take a look at what the S&P is doing, you're fighting a battle at contract highs. You're no longer at the break lows back here or here. And this was the one that I was looking at and when I did my special report. I'm toying with what I want to do as the next special report. I was going to do one today, and instead I did what's called one of my short, brief reports. It's like a podcast, and that's on the website today. So if you're going to look at it, it won't be there tomorrow. Actually, I think it will be there tomorrow because I'm not going to do a morning subscriber video. So it might be there through tomorrow morning as well. They're very short, but it gives you an idea on the markets. When we take a look at all this, the question is, can we launch out of here and get that rally? I don't know. This is still November. It's a bit early for the seasonal rally for Santa. Is Santa coming? I think Santa will come. One of his reindeers, I hope, is going to be Powell. Okay, so Santa Powell could be the side guy running the sleigh. We've got higher lows, higher highs in the market. The market is staying over the 18-day average of closes and the break low on the 19th of November. It held perfect as we were expecting in that report. I don't look for the market to easily get much over the upper Bollinger Band, which is coming in around the 60.88 level at this point, and you're overbought. It's not the time, in my opinion, to deploy new money. All right, overbought keeps me back from a market. The NASDAQ today slid through this last break low. I really should have had one of these arrows pointing down. You're now going sideways again, and you're caught at the 18-day average. I think it'll base there. I don't think you're going down very much. But if you look today at the stock market, you saw Dell, Hewlett-Packard, CrowdStrike, NVIDIA. These markets were all in a nosedive. So everything to do with AI, and when I say everything, most of the big names were getting hit today. Okay, it's Thanksgiving time, people taking some money off the table, little window dressing. You know, people soon will be doing their tax selling. You know, that's something else you got to consider. What are their dogs in their portfolio and how do they rotate money out? You're going to get a lot of that into the end of the year. When we look at the Dow, this market is trying to embed. Both numbers are over 80 tonight, but you can't count tonight. So we've got to step in. And by the way, look, already we're talking Friday because markets, when the right session is. Let's get to where we were today. Both numbers over 80. The day before they were over 80, not here. So how the market finishes up on Friday will determine if we get that embedded reading. If you haven't learned what embedded is and how to play it against Bollinger Bands, be it top or bottom, please, at the end of this, take a look at the ad that I have on this. It's one of, I think, the neat things about it. I have people write me all the time, why did the market stop if they don't put a Bollinger Band on at these numbers? And I go, that's because you don't understand how to work them. And then you don't understand the stochastic part of it. It's not Bollinger Bands by itself. It's the momentum with it that I think is the key. The two together are the key to understanding resistance support areas. When we look at the momentum here in the mini Russell, no, it's an overbought market. And now you're starting to get a market that's got higher lows, lower highs. I'd be careful with it temporarily. The word is temporarily. I'm bullish on all the stock indices. I'd love to see them give us a break to get in as a Christmas gift. When we look at the 10-year notes, what do you think you do when you go up to an upper Bollinger Band? Take the course that I'll talk about right after this. Same in the 5-year notes. Take the course right after this. Dollar index. Tell me where it peaked out on this rally. Now, you're back into the zone where now the restructuring begins again. So be careful right here. In the euro, you're going to fight a battle if you can get up to the 18-day average and have a problem. But look where it stopped. Look what happened once you lost the bearish embedded reading as well. Then we get to the British pound. Coming down, lost the bearish reading. So if you're short, this is where you cover some. I don't think you're going very far on the upside. And look out right there. When's the first time it lost its bearish reading? I want you to come with me to Wednesday. This is today. That's what it did. So on the close, that was the warning sign, and now the market's trying to follow through to see if it can go further. In Bitcoin, I still like Bitcoin. I think it's going to pull back to the 90 level and try to build a base against that. On the energy markets, they're confusing right here. You've got higher highs, lower lows, not a good spot to be trading off of. Same in the crude here, same going on in heating oil that's falling back. What did I warn you on the energies? Heating oil, natural gas. Markets rally on the threat of the first cold. And when it actually happens, it's like buy the rumor, sell the news. Take a look at nat gas today. Kaboom. I have been telling you I thought it would fail here day after day after day. Go to the videos if you don't quite buy into that, because it is what I was saying. So, as I said, the one thing you want to learn is how to put this together and how to start judging moving averages, Bollinger Bands, momentum. Very important. Start with this course that I have. Take a look at it right now, and I hope you do join in. It's not expensive, and it's an investment in yourself. You take care. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.